What's up, everybody? Just thought I'd do a video here for any of my knife collector friends out there, because I showed off these two Swiss Army knives. Of course, one of them is a knockoff, just a cheap brand knife, and I'm going to show some differences in build quality and everything. So this might be actually a bit of a longer vid for knife stuff. So let's get right into it. Here's my real Swiss Army knife. Now this is a pretty bare bones version of it. Pretty basic on what's on it. It just has the normal blade and the small blade and a screwdriver and a cork opener. Not a whole hell of a lot, only 4 different things. But the blade is nice and strong. I'm really pushing on that and it's not doing anything. So here's my knockoff one here, and you can see just the difference in color. Real Swiss Army knife is a brighter red than this one. Also, besides the fact that it has their Swiss Army logo there, and then this one has absolutely nothing to identify it. It just says China on the blade. This one says Victorinox, Swiss made stainless, and it's not even like they're trying to illegally knock it off. It's obvious it's a knockoff, but it's not like a fake. It's just a cheap ass one. But on the blade on this one, look at that. Part of me is afraid I'm gonna break it like it's coming out. You hear that? You can hear it. It's just like it's so weak. And there's a lot of pressure on that. See how much that blade bends? This one, man, it will not bend. Like, just do that. Look at that. If I do that on this, I might actually break it. So I might. Yeah, look, the bend on that blade. Obviously this one has more stuff to it. Cork opener. Again, there's the cheap, where the hell, yeah. Here's the difference. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Their little cheap ass toothpick versus the real toothpick. Even just something so small, like, look. That's a real toothpick. This one is fake. Look at the difference there. It's just cheap ass plastic. Really, and you can just see in the color and everything, and look at how tiny that is, and it just, you could really just snap the end right off of that. If you tried, you'd break that right away. Well, on to some other things. One just tiny thing is that the belt, or like the clip here, is smaller, way smaller on this. I'm cutting into my desk. It's just way smaller there. So this is really a cheap ass one here. It comes with a Phillips head screwdriver too. Let me put the blade away so I don't have to put my stuff. This is really hard to do with one hand. Goddamn, man. You can see the real one right there. Look at that shit. See, there's your Phillips head. It actually can go further than that. See? I think it's stuck in the, like that. Also, again, what's this torque? I haven't set it down to do this. Check this out. The way it bends. I actually warped it a little bit. Not enough to stop it from closing, but nevertheless. Then here's their little cork. But it's built a little bit better, but it's actually, it's not as cheap as the blade, which is funny to me. I'm pretty sure you buy, oh man, I didn't even notice this before. There's even more shit on this. There's this little tiny stubby blade, which that, again, look at the bend on that. You know, oh, I literally warped it. Check that out. It's like at an angle now. I gotta. There you go. That just shows you how cheaply made this is. Just poor construction. I mean, if you get and see now, it's warped. See it right there? How it's like bent out. So I actually fucked it up a little bit right there. That's not very good. Yeah, that's pretty bad. There's all sorts of stuff on this thing though. Just that it's a cheap ass, a very cheap ass little. Damn, man, I'm really going at myself. There's this little blade, which again, I'm not even gonna try to bend it because it's so fucking hard to. Yeah, like look. See that? How I just bent that? That's like a total torque now. It's really crappy, really cheaply made. I mean, you could really break this thing if you tried. If you wanted to destroy this thing, it would be like nothing. It'd be the easiest thing to destroy. Like here's these things. Yeah. Yeah, they're just cheap. I mean, you could just pull that right off and it just break weight. So yeah, pretty funny though. It's like, it's just a cheaply made knockoff. It's not a fake, but it's a knockoff. So, but it does have a lot more stuff on it. Of course, if you got the Swiss Army knife that had all the stuff that this one had, the clear winner, of course, would be the Swiss Army knife. Because again, I'm not getting anywhere with that bending the blade with this one, man. Just do it again. All of them are like this. You bend that blade. Look at that. You can literally warp the blade to where it won't close. So there's the difference between your regular Swiss Army knife and the cheap ass knockoff. I don't know. I'm gonna assume this one's from like the 80s. This, of course, is something. This is something I bought only a few years ago at freaking Wally World. So yeah. So if y'all enjoyed this vid, just show that off. I know I showed it a little bit in that video, but you could really see, especially with the ones on this side, they really warped. I mean, I could have just snapped them right off if I tried harder. I want to keep it in good condition though, but you can even see how it's fucked up there. Like they are totally bent. See that right there? It's not showing up as well, but yeah, see how it's like warped? It would be flat normally, so yep. Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed this vid. Feel free to leave a comment. Catch you guys later.